I just want to state that everything in this video is alleged and is my own opinion. What's up, you guys? I just want to talk to you real quick about the Kenneth Arnold situation that happened in 1947. I believe it was on the 24th of June, 1947, one day after the Maury Island incident that hurt the kid's arm and killed the dog on the man's boat. This was one of the first incidents in America, and it happened right before the Roswell incident. I found something out about it that I haven't quite heard many people talking about, so I'm going to share that with you. All right, so this guy, W.C. Hefferlin, was actually named Wilbert Smith. He was a Canadian electrical engineer, radio engineer, UFOologist, and a contactee. He ended up working for the Canadian Department of Transportation, and then led a Canadian UFO research project named Project Magnet from 1952 to allegedly 1954, and so on. So W.C. Hefferlin wrote to the commanding officer at the Air Research Center in Wright Field, Ohio, "Dear Sir, may we suggest that you obtain a copy of Amazing Stories magazine for September 1946. On page 157 is an article entitled Circle-Winged Plane. This is a brief description of the flying saucers seen by Mr. Kenneth Arnold, Boise, Idaho, and many others. These planes are only a few of many groups on a worldwide mapping survey expedition. The planes belong to an organization that is worldwide, which instructs and advises a world government consisting of all the empire-oppressed and subjugated peoples of the earth and the natives of the islands of the seas of all races, colors, and creeds. This organization is headed and led by three who are known throughout the not-so-civilized world, in fact about 3/4 of the world's population, as the Ancient Three, who were, who are, who will be. The top speed of the planes is not known to us here, but they have been clocked at better than 1,200 miles per hour, 3/4 throttle, elevation 20,000 feet. Ceiling is stratospheric, cabins pressurized. Motor is a combination of GHYT motor number 1 plus adaptation of burn water for fuel, as described in articles along with circle-winged plane. Motor is called GHYT number 2. Permission is given to print this letter if desired. Sincerely yours, W.C. Hefferlin." This article talks about the plane and how models were tested in 1927 in San Francisco to check the tailspin and gliding ability. It was found impossible to tailspin the circle wing job, and its gliding ability was found to be at least 4 times that of any other type with no stalling factors. They almost seemed to fly themselves. So that's pretty interesting. It states that they were circular in shape with an inner opening like a flattened donut. And that sounds just like the Maury Island incident ship. And even the Kenneth Arnold one described something in the center. He goes on to describe how the plane works and what it looks like. Also that it has a slow-moving deep pitch type with an extreme air-grabbing ability instead of the standard type of propeller at the time. At the pilot's option, this plane can be skimming forward through the air, and by swinging the rudders can be used to spin like a pinwheel. The pilot's blister is in the center of the inner circle area of the fuselage topside. It's pretty intense. He states that it could go at any direction at will, and it's truly a pilot's dream come true. The capacity is 40 people. Now, it should be noted that Amazing Stories is supposed to be science fiction. The Navy did test the XF-5U, and it kind of looks similar to the design, but it's way slower, allegedly, and it's just different, but it's interesting that they're kind of going for something similar. Also, the V-173. All right, it says in the Hefferlin manuscript that the group or organization has no name, it's not a lodge, a mystery school, you can't buy your way into the Rainbow City, and that they are the spokesmen of it. The leaders, the Ancient Three, pick who is, decide all those matters, and the 2,000 people down there were picked by the leaders because of their abilities and the fact that they are reincarnations of ancient ones who lived and worked there when the Rainbow City was founded. It says that their ancient memory pools are awakened and they have much knowledge innate within them to help in the work now being done there. It says the leaders are the first leaders from the migration from Mars to Earth of the humans. It says that they were known as the Ancient Three even then. When mankind reaches a critical point in history, these three are born again to lead mankind into the proper path and give them another chance. It says these leaders are right now guiding the destinies of 3/4 of the population of the world and 3/4 of the landmass, all of Asia, the islands of the seas, all of the natives of Africa, all of the Latin American states, everyone. It says in this manuscript that all of the other races accept the Ancient One's leadership and guidance, which sounds like some BS. And the white race is hearing about this now for the first time. For the purpose of this group is to bring about the brotherhood of man on earth and to abolish all wars and blah, 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 blah. And it just says that it's just funny that it says that all the other races already accept the Ancient Ones. I haven't heard anything about this. It says that the Rainbow City was built of plastic and that it's 2 million years old and is in Antarctica. The valley surrounding the city is somewhat dumbbell-shaped, with the city at the narrowest section, the valley spreading out at both ends, about 10 miles wide at its narrowest and about 25 miles long from end to end, protecting from storms, and hidden in the southern winter by mist and only open to the sun's rays by ice wall reflection during the southern Antarctic summer. My BS detector is kind of going off on this one, guys. It says that the Rainbow City contains great libraries with metal books and so on, which is funny because it's almost as though he didn't think of iPhones and touchscreens. It says that the math is based on a count of 7. It says plastics were used to build the walls, the floors, the roofs, the houses, the stores, and the temple. Also furniture, tables, beds, etc. The cloth made in those days and still there is woven of a plastic thread softer than the finest modern silks, lighter in weight, and fireproof. In fact, to wash the cloth or bed linen, you place it over an open flame and burn the impurities away. That just seems like a mess. This says that it has butterflies with 8-foot wings and whose body would fill a large-sized turkey platter. They are as large as full-size eagles and are beautiful, apparently. I must say we do use a lot of plastic the same way, but some of the story does sound a little far-fetched. One part of me wants to be like, oh yeah, the Admiral Byrd stuff matches up perfectly with this, and yada, yada, yada. But another part of me it just smells something fishy about all of this, and it could just be a Freemason or some sort of secret society type of plot.